Welcome in to the Instant Classic Wrestling Podcast, the only podcast that is always, I mean always, he means always, she means always, they mean always, you mean always, an instant classic.
Danny Dog! Hi, JJJ.
We will see you on the flippity dippity. Oh yeah.
Welcome, one and all, back to the Juggernaut Show. And tonight, I am here to review AEW and New Japan's Forbidden Door pay-per-view that was on pay-per-view last night. And overall, before we get started with this review, going into the show, with all these injuries going down and stuff, I was like, was this going to be a good show? No, but after watching the show, no doubt this was a great show. Like top to bottom, this was a very consistent card. And I think there was a match for everybody on this show. And for any wrestling fan, for a casual fan, for a hardcore fan, for a fan that loves high flying, for a fan that loves technical wrestling, there was something for everybody here, which I really enjoyed that. I thought that was great. And also, I thought the show was going to be longer than what it was. Like it was about like a 3-hour and 45-minute show, which initially I thought was going to be like a 5-hour show. So, props to AEW because this was a long card. There were 12 matches on the show, and we had 4 matches on the buy-in. Which I'm not really going to talk about the buy-in matches. I mean, I did really good on my predictions. I only got a couple matches wrong on this show, which I'm kind of salty about that I get them wrong. But then again, I'm not mad about the outcomes of the matches I got wrong. But yeah, I thought this was a really good show. I thought this was really good. Now, before we get started with this review, feel free to go follow me on all my social media platforms. Go follow me on Twitter at the True JSB, and then also go follow me on Instagram, which is the same thing. Also, if you want to go check out the Instant Classic Wrestling Podcast, you can go check us out and our Twitter at ICW_podcast. Our Instagram is the same thing. And then TikTok also as well at ICW_podcast. And also, if you want to listen to us, you can listen to us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and you can watch us on YouTube, and you can listen to us on YouTube, whichever one you want to do. Okay, so now let's get started with this review. So, and also commentary for this show. I enjoyed the commentary throughout the night. It was really good. It was really nice seeing Kevin Kelly on a pretty big show here. It was pretty cool seeing him. He does the commentary for New Japan shows, so it was nice getting his insight. Which I watch New Japan. I try to stay caught up with it a lot, but it's not like I watch every single New Japan show. Like I watch their big shows. I watch like the G1 Climax. I watched Wrestle Kingdom, Dominion, I watched the big tournaments that happen throughout the year. So I stay caught up with New Japan for the most part. It's not like I don't know who any of these New Japan guys are. I mean, there are some guys who are like, I don't know them as much, but hey, there's fans that like that, and that's all right if you don't know that person that much. But don't go like, oh yeah, you think you know everything about that person. In reality, you don't. But yeah, let's start talking about the first match. Oh yeah. So like I said, the commentary team we had for the night, we had Kevin Kelly on commentary, we had Taz, and also we had Excalibur. And then, for the last few minutes, we had Tony Schiavone. He got on commentary throughout the night. And then also JR, he was on commentary for the last few matches. Yeah, it was a fun night though. So now, the first match that we get started off with was a trios match. We had Eddie Kingston, Shota Umino. I think I said his name wrong, but I apologize for saying that. Wheeler Yuta going up against Chris Jericho, Sammy Guevara, and Minoru Suzuki. I thought this was a very good way to kick off the show. A very like sports entertainment type of match here. A good opener here. Right out the gate, Wheeler Yuta, he starts hitting some like a whole bunch of German suplexes in the match. And also, if you're expecting me to tell every spot that happened on the show, like talk about like every German suplex that happened, every super kick, every brain buster, whatever, every move that happened, if you're expecting me to do that, because there was a lot of crazy spots on this whole show. I'm sorry to be, telling you that. Like, I'm not going to be, calling every spot. I'm just going to be giving my thoughts on, what happened, because I'm not trying to be here for 3 hours or 2 hours talking about this show. Okay, so there we go. But yeah, like I said, we really, he starts coming out, hitting a whole bunch of German suplexes, which, reminded me of, trying to be like a little bit like Brock Lesnar there. I don't know if he meant to do that. We got a comment here from Costume. Hey, thanks for joining me again tonight. It says, back again. I'm watching Raw. What were the days like? That the Usos were not down? Day one-ish. Oh yeah, means there were days they were not down. I don't know what you meant by that. But hey, I'm happy you're joining my live here. But like I said, yeah, Wheeler, he starts hitting some German suplexes right out the gate of this match. And, trying to be like Brock Lesnar a little bit. I like the square off between Eddie Kingston and Minoru Suzuki. I like the square off that they had in this match. Shota, he was doing some pretty good stuff. This is one of my first time seeing him. I mean, he's been on AEW a little bit. And if I'm not mistaken, I think that is Red Shoe's son. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, Shota Yumi, he was doing some pretty good moves on Jericho. And Jericho, he was selling a lot in this match. He was doing a lot of good selling. Sammy Guevara, he was doing some pretty good stuff. He really was looking very impressive. Like, I think he was trying to impress Ty Conti a lot in this match. And it was nice having Ty Conti out there, because it felt like all these guys were trying to impress her in this match. So I thought that was cool. He had a nice shooting star on the outside of the ring in this match. But yeah, I mean, the heels went over here, which, made sense. That's what I was predicting to happen, because, how we have Blood and Guts on Wednesday, it was right to have the heels go over, basically the JES go over here. And basically Eddie Kingston and, like we reviewed it, they're going to get their win back on this Wednesday. But like I said, I thought it was a really good opener. Felt like more of like an entertainment type of match here, but it was good stuff. And then the next match we had was, let me pull it up here. We had the Ring of Honor and IWGP Tag Team titles on the line in a triple threat match. We had FTR going up against the United Empire, going up against Roppongi Vice. And I think a really highlight of this match to take away is, I think was it Dax, or was it? Yeah, I think it was Dax who had the injury, who went to the back, but he came back out, and he got a huge pop when he came back out. But I felt like all these teams were working very well together. Crazy spots in this. Excuse me, crazy spots in this match. Let's see what else happened in this match. I like when Roppongi Vice did they did that assisted pile driver, which Taz, he kind of looked a little salty there. It sounded salty when he was talking about it. He sounded a little upset, because they go because when he took that back in ECW, when he almost freaking broke his neck. He seems like he was a little salty there, but that's just me. Um, well, I mean, like I said, there was so many spots in this match. It's hard to like call everything, but in the end, we had FTR win the IWGP Tag Team Championships, and they're still the Ring of Honor Tag Team Champions. They hit the big rig to win the titles, and it was good stuff. And I feel like, and the crowd was really happy. They really popped hard, when FTR won. FTR really deserves it, and this team, they're doing some great stuff right now. I think they're probably the best tag team in all of wrestling right now. Like, there's no team that's better than FTR. And like, name a team right now that's better than FTR. I'll wait for someone to like name a team that's better than FTR. Like, go down the live chat below. You name a team that's better than FTR. Like, the Young Bucks aren't better than FTR right now. Like I said, FTR is the best tag team in all of wrestling. But yeah, it's all a match here. And after this match, we had the All Atlantic title on the line. This was to crown the inaugural champion. We had Pac going up against Miro, going up against Malachi Black, and going up against Clark Connors. Now, Clark Connors, he was replacing Tomohiro Ishii in this match here because Tomohiro Ishii went down with a knee injury. I feel like I said, I feel like throughout the whole night, I don't know, I think I'm repeating myself quite a bit, but hey, who cares? But throughout the whole night, we had a lot of, the crowd was hot. And, they were really hot for all of these guys in this match, even Clark Connors. And they gave him a huge pop in this match. I feel like everybody worked very well together. I like that spot where Clark Connors did that spear through the table on the outside of the ring. That was nice. He did that onto Miro. Excuse me. And then we had what else was going on in this match? I like when Miro was doing the camel clutch onto. I can't remember who was doing onto, but Malachi Black on the ring. He did the mist. So I thought that was pretty cool. But yeah, I mean, in the end, Pac ends up getting the win here. He has who was it? It was somebody who had on a submission going on in the ring, and then Pac hits a 450 spot. It looks like he's getting ready to go for the Black Arrow, but then Pac hits a 450 splash. I remember my notes here. Did I get it right? Wrote down. Oh yeah, Miro had a cross arm breaker on Clark Connors, and then so I had it wrote down. Had an arm breaker on Clark Connors, and then Pac hits a 450 splash, and then puts on the Brutalizer to Clark Connors to get, makes Clark Connors tap out. So I mean, I'm happy for Pac here. I think he's very underutilized, and I think. The reason why he's like being so underutilized is because we had it happen throughout the past few years and stuff with the pandemic and all that but now I feel like Pac is finally coming to himself with his whole the Death Triangle, and it's good stuff. I'm happy for him, and he got a "You Deserve It" chant. And this is one of the matches I got wrong, but hey, I'm not mad I got this match wrong. I'm not mad at all. This is probably the best four-way match of the night, with it being so unpredictable. Like, hey, any of these guys could have won. Even Clark Connors could have won with the way this match was going. And also, Miro, he's wrestling more of like a WWE style in this match here. And what I mean by that is he was being a very, big, muscular guy, catching people in the air. He wasn't doing a lot of selling in this match. He was doing more of being like a big man. So more like wrestling a WWE style. Which, hey, I mean, I'll take that. But like I said, I thought Miro was very well suited to win the title here. But hey, I mean, it's okay. I mean, he's going to eventually get that title, though. And then the next match we had was the Dudes with Attitudes going up against the Bull Club. So the Dudes with Attitude were Sting, Darby Allin, and Shingo Takagi going up against the Young Bucks and El Fantasma. And Hikuleo was in the corner. So, we had the Young Bucks come out. And they came out with Hikuleo and then El Fantasma, and they came out to the Bull Club song, which was cool. Too sweet. So I thought that was dope. And then we had a Sting. We had Darby Allin and then Shingo come out. Both of them came out, and then we saw Sting up in the rafters. Like, oh no, please don't parallel down from the rafters. I don't want another Owen Hart situation going down. Please do not parallel from the rafters. But the lights go out, and he ends up actually jumping down on the Young Bucks, which I thought that was cool. Jumping off the stage a little bit. So I thought that was dope. I think Sting, he really was the MVP of this match right here, and that says something. That he's 60, about 60 years old. Well, he is 60 years old, and he was looking better than the Young Bucks in this match. I mean, he was like the facial expressions and like the kind of like the no selling that Sting was doing. The whole pounding on the chest. I thought it was good, and the fans were behind it. It just made really sense, and the Young Bucks, they were being the Young Bucks, hitting a whole bunch of super kicks. El Fantasma was looking good. He hit a really nice moonsault on the outside of the ring during the match. Shingo was looking pretty decent. I like when Sting, he was hitting quite a bit of, stinger splashes, kind of being like a Hulk Hogan in this match, kind of like, being over, overdoing his moves and all of that, which, hey, it was good here. I mean, I thought it was great. But in the end, we had the Dudes with Attitudes go over. Shingo hit the Made in Japan. Was it the Made in Japan? Yeah, he hit the Made in Japan to get the one. I think it was Was that the he hit the, or was it the Welcome to Japan? I'm trying to remember here. Yeah. He hit the Made in Japan to get the 1, 2, 3. So yeah, I thought it was a great match. Like I said, all these matches on the show were good to great or amazing, and this was really no different here. And sorry if you guys can hear my dog barking in the background, and my dog, she's just going crazy, probably barking at something on TV. So sorry if you guys can hear that in the background. But yeah, I mean, it was a really dope match. And then after the match, we had a little backstage segment with Chris Jericho and like the rest of like the JAS or like 2.0. We had them jump Shota Umino backstage. I gave him a fireball, because Chris Jericho is a wizard. He's a wizard. He could throw fireballs. So I kind of felt bad for Shota. He got that fireball. But yeah, I mean, I thought it was a funny segment a little bit. And then the next match we had was the AEW Women's title. On the line, we had Toni Storm going for the title, and Thunder Rosa was defending the title. And this was the only women's match on the show because, Stardom, they had wrestling pay-per-view going on in the night, and New Japan doesn't have any women's matches in, New Japan. I thought this was good. Storm, she was looking very good. I think she's been coming off of some really good momentum. After beating Britt Baker, but I felt like Toni Storm looked a little nervous in this match. I don't know, maybe because this was her, this was probably her biggest match to be on. Toni Storm, she was looking decent. I like the hip attack she hit in the corner. Excuse me, on the Thunder Rosa. That was nice. It looked like that bout gave. It looked like it could give Thunder Rosa a concussion a little bit there. What else do we have? I like the Death Valley driver that Thunder Rosa hit during the match. The DDT on the floor where that Tony Storm hit was pretty decent. What else do we have? Thunder Rosa, she ended up winning by the Fire Thunder driver. No, she didn't end up. Yeah, she ended up hitting. No, she hit the Final Reckoning. That's what she hit to retain the title. Sorry. No, because Tony Storm kicked out of the Fire Thunder driver, and then followed up by then it was followed up by a Final Reckoning. And this was probably the shortest match of the night here. It's got about this was like a 10-minute match. But this was better stuff. This was a better match than what we had with Thunder Rosa and Britt Baker. Like in all the gimmicky stuff that they were doing there. But hey, I mean this was decent stuff here. I won't lie. And then the next match we had was the IWGP United States title on the line. We had Will Ospreay defending the title against Orange Cassidy. And then Aussie Open, was also in the corner of Ospreay. And I like the whole, pre-match, promo for this thing. Like, why is, Orange Cassidy getting this? He doesn't take things seriously. He shouldn't be in this position. Which I was kind of understanding, which I didn't really understand, why Orange Cassidy also got the title shot. Because, he just came back, he is this rambling again, this. I thought this turned out to be a really good match. I mean, yeah, Orange Cassidy, he did bring his gimmicky stuff in this match, where he put his hands in his pockets, where he put his hands in his pockets and stuff. But Will Ospreay, I mean, he was looking very smooth in the ring, hitting some nice moves. There was one point where Will Ospreay hit out on him. It was like an abdominal stretch. And then he put his hands in Orange Cassidy's pockets and then pulled out a middle finger. So I thought that was very funny, with, Will Ospreay being, a prick and stuff. I thought that was pretty cool. I like when Ospreay was doing his run around the ring, and he did a drop kick to Orange Cassidy on the outside. I thought that was pretty good. And it was nice seeing when Orange Cassidy, he did his little kicks during the match. He was kicking he was kicking Will Ospreay in the face. Doing them lightly, and then eventually when he started getting really pissed off, he started doing some kicks harder. So I thought that was cool. A lot of back and forth action, a lot of what's the word I'm trying to think of? A lot of nice transitions in this match that they were doing. Like, it just, from an athletic standpoint, it was a really good match. And I like the ending sequence with Ospreay hitting the hidden blade and then hitting the Stormbreaker. So I thought that was really good, and a lot of near falls. Orange Cassidy, when he kicked out of the hidden blade, I got, what? He kicked out of that? I didn't think he was going to be able to kick out. And then, then Ospreay hit him with the Stormbreaker to get the 1-2-3. And then after the match, we had Aussie Open. They ended up destroying Orange Cassidy. But then we had Shibata come out, which, I never really seen Shibata that much. I'm not going to say, I'm marked down for this crazy. Like, I don't really know who Shibata is that much. Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, Shibata came out, which, do go Google search your Shibata, which I actually looked him up and stuff. And I could see why people were marking out so much, because he could have been lost in professional wrestling. Like, he could have been, because he was at a dark point, a low point. So I'm happy that Shibata, people were saying, oh, if Shibata comes out, they're gonna cry and stuff. And hey, they got Shibata here, which I gotta give I gotta give it. That was pretty cool actually seeing him. So kind of had a stare down with Osprey. So it looks like we're gonna begin Shibata and Osprey. Looks like that's his new challenger. And then it showed Shibata and Orange Cassidy, them showing respect to each other. So I thought that was really dope. Even though I don't really know who Shibata is that much. So I'm gonna look him up some more. And then the next match we had was Zack Sabre Jr. going up against a mystery person. Which the mystery person ended up being Claudio Castagnoli, aka Cesaro. If you guys aren't familiar with him, he was Cesaro in WWE, and on Independence he was Claudio Castagnoli. The crowd marked out so much, and also he is the newest member of the Blackpool Combat Club, so I think that's really dope. And he's going to be taking the next spot. He's going to be taking the last spot in Blood and Guts this Wednesday on Dynamite. But one thing I gotta say is, like, what happens 6 months down the road when they bring in more wrestlers? Because like they have, which no offense to Claudio, like he's a big name, but they have him in this group with Bryan Danielson. He's up there. And then they have Moxley. He's up there. They got Claudio. He's up there. I feel like they should have had somebody like someone, a lower guy who they can help build up more, like these Danielson and Moxley can help build up more. But hey, I'm not mad with Claudio. That's who I had coming in here. Which I thought was good. Like I said, I mean, hopefully he gets the respect he deserves over here in AEW. Hopefully he gets more opportunities that he didn't get in WWE. So I really hope that, but time will tell if he does get those opportunities. But I think he will. I definitely think that Claudio will, because Tony Khan, he loves the ex-WWE guys, as MJF would say. But no, this was an amazing match. I really enjoyed it. From a technical standpoint, it was really, really good. Claudio, he was hitting so many uppercuts in this match. Zack Sabre Jr., it says that, hey, you don't need to be a big guy. You don't need to be a, high flyer to put on a great match. And I like the different styles that they had, because you had more Claudio with the more of the power. He was a bigger, muscular guy, and you had Zack Sabre Jr., which was a skinnier wrestler. He was very lean, trimmed down. I think it's really good. Because he could be a really good wrestler if you're really trimmed down, and you could really do good. Which, Zack Sabre Jr. was doing that here. He was doing great transitions in this match into different submissions. I thought that was really good. I even liked the counter to the neutralizer. I thought that was good in this match. Zack Sabre Jr., like I said, he was just, working on a whole bunch of limbs of Claudio. And this was a pretty long match. This was a pretty long match here. But Claudio did end up getting the victory. It was by the recoil bomb to pin Zack Sabre Jr. for the 1, 2, 3. So, like I said, it's a really solid match. I'm happy that Claudio, he's in WWE more, and hopefully he gets more opportunities over here and actually gets the props he deserves, because he deserved to get so much more opportunities in WWE. And like I said, I hope he's in a happier place. Hope he's just not coming over like, oh yeah, he expects to get all these opportunities, and it eventually does. But hopefully, like I said, hopefully Claudio's in a better place now. Hopefully he's happy. Because if he's happy, I'm happy for the guy. Excuse me. And then the next match we had was the IWGP World Title on the line. We had Hangman Adam Page go up against Adam Cole, going up against Kazuchika Okada, and going up against the champion Jay White. Now this was, don't get me wrong, this was a good fatal four-way match, but at the same time, it was kind of underwhelming. Like, I'm not underwhelming, but like it was kind of predictable. Because like I felt like I knew who was going to win this match, and throughout the match we had a lot of Adam Cole and Jay White. They were doing a lot of double teaming, which we know eventually happens. They eventually end up churning on each other. Hangman was looking very good. I think Hangman was definitely the MVP of this match. Like, he really proved that, hey, he could have won this IWGP World Title here. Okada, he was looking good. But like I said, I felt like more of the ending was kind of like weird, because Okada, he hits like an elbow drop off the top rope. And then Jay White comes in, hits the Blade Runner, and then pins Adam Cole. And it looks like Adam Cole was supposed to kick out. But, and he doesn't. And then commentary, like JR was saying on commentary, like, oh, that was kind of anticlimactic a little bit there. But then it's saying, hey, we understand why, what Jay White had to do. He got in there, got the business done. So, I mean, that's what JR was saying on commentary. But like I said, the ending was a little anticlimactic. But like I said, I feel like I understand what they're setting up for in the future. I feel like we're going to be getting an Adam Cole and Jay White feud, which, I'm all there for it. I'm all there for it. And then we got a comment here from Everything Pro Wrestling. My guy, thank you for showing up. He says, yo, hey, yo. Thank you for showing up here tonight. Thank you for showing me some love. And also, go check out Everything Pro Wrestling. Go check out his channel. He did a review for AEW in New Japan Forbidden Door last night. It was good. I need to check out the rest of it. But yeah, definitely go check out his channel. He does some great stuff over there. But like I said about this match, I just thought this match was like a little bit anticlimactic, the ending. But it was still a good match nonetheless. Then we got Everything Pro Wrestling says, appreciate you. Hey, I appreciate you too. Guys show love to other fellow wrestling content creators. And what do you guys think of my graphics I got going on here? I got some different things made, So hopefully you guys are enjoying these new graphics I made. But like I said, I feel like this match, will get a 4-star rating here. So it was a good match, but like I said, the ending with, it looks like Adam Cole was supposed to kick out, but he didn't. But yeah, let's go on to the main event, which we had was the interim AEW World Title on the line. We had Hiroshi Tanahashi going up against Jon Moxley. This was a great match, and also another thing, like a sidebar here. I love the ring announcing for like these last couple matches with I can't remember who the ring announcer is for New Japan. His name is blank in my mind right now. Oh man, what is his name? If anybody wants to go down in the comments, tell me what the New Japan's the ring announcer is. He was doing some great stuff, like him and Justin Roberts, like for going at it. Like, I love the way they were announcing. I love the way they were announcing these wrestlers' names, like Okada Kushka, or like Tanahashi Hiroshi. Like, it's just so over the top. And Justin Roberts, he's also been over the top also. So, I mean, they both fed off each other's energy, which was great here. I really enjoyed that. But no, this was a great match here. Moxley and Tanahashi here, they were doing some awesome stuff. Right out the gate, Moxley, he had a quick cutter, and then he Hiroshi, he hit a pile driver right at the beginning. Also, it was looking nice. John Moxley, he was doing some nice. Whatchamacallit, he was doing some nice. He was doing some nice submissions in this match, nice technical stuff even. And there was a point where Hiroshi, he hit a sling blade, if I could talk right now. He hit a sling blade. And it looked, I don't know if it was that move that busted Moxley open, but there was something like, I think, he goes like, he's going to hit the sling blade. And I think he forgot the sling. He just brought the blade and he just busted Moxley open there because, like, it was like right away. Because, like, Hiroshi hit the sling blade. And then next thing you know, Moxley was on the outside and he was gushing out blood. Like, where was it that? I mean, maybe Moxley and Tanahashi hit heads or something. I don't know. But commentary was thinking maybe Moxley got busted open from those stomps that Hiroshi was doing on Moxley, but I'm not exactly sure. I really don't know. A lot of near falls in this match, so a whole bunch of near falls. There was a point where I thought that that Moxley, Moxley did end up winning, but there was a point where I thought, Hiroshi's just going to pass out, but no, he was starting to kind of like hulk up, he was starting to get out of submission. He came to, because like he was ended up being like in a bulldog choke, and like he ended up being like in like a sleeper, different things. And it looks like oh no, please don't have Hiroshi pass out. This would be a terrible way to end it. No, he ended up getting out of that. And then, we had Tanahashi, he hit some nice moves in this match. He hit the high-five flow. And I thought like Hiroshi should have won this match. And the reason why, because like it would have made, spiced it up a little different. But I understand why. Because, they weren't going to have Hiroshi come wrestle over here, full time. But they could have had him go back and forth, back to Japan, back to back to Japan, and back to the States. But that would have been a lot of traveling miles he would have had to take, a lot of traveling miles. But in the end, John Moxley does end up getting the win by was it the Bulldog choke? No, followed up by then he hit the Moxley hit the pendulum, or what's his finisher called? The Death Rider. He had the Death Rider to get the 1, 2, 3, or the what is Moxley? Yeah, he hit the Death Rider for the 1, 2, 3. So the winner of the match and your new AEW interim world champion is John Moxley. And then following the match, we had the guys like 2.0. They came out to beat up Moxley. The rest of the JS came out. We had Pride and Powerful. They come out. I'm just trying to remember all the guys that were coming out through this. I mean, it was just a huge brawl that ended off the show. We had Claudio come out to save the BCC. So, I mean, it was a crazy way to end off the show. And then Claudio and Jericho, they was brawling out there at the end. And that's the way that AEW and New Japan's Forbidden Door went off the air. So, and like I said, I thought this was going to be a longer show. So, I was surprised that it didn't end up being like a 5-hour show or a 6-hour show, which thank God it wasn't. But yeah, that was my AEW Forbidden Door review. Go down in the live chat, tell me or the comments, tell me what you guys thought of this show. Because, like I said, I thought this was a great show overall. And it had a match that everybody, this show had something for everybody. Like I said, if you liked your technical wrestling, if you liked your, really good athletic wrestling, if you liked, like good tag team wrestling. I mean, there is something for everybody. Like I said, this was the most consistent card that I have seen in a wrestling pay-per-view for a long time. And I think this was probably pay-per-view of the year, in my opinion. Probably behind Slammiversary. No, probably ahead of Slammiversary. Slammiversary is the number 2 for me. Slammiversary, if you haven't guys checked out Impact Wrestling Slammiversary, I definitely recommend checking that pay-per-view out, because that pay-per-view is really good. But yeah, this show is probably the best show of the year so far. And also they had some announcements. They had some announcements during the show. So this September they're going to be having AEW Grand Slam again. So that's going to be pretty cool. It's going to be happening, in Rochester. Is it Rochester, New York? Or somewhere in New York. So they're going to be having that event again. And All Out is going to be coming to Chicago, which it's unannounced which arena it's going to be at. If it's going to be at the Now Arena or if it's going to be at the United Center. I think it'd be cool at the United Center again. I think that'd be really dope. I'm going to try to go to All Out this year because I'm not far away from Chicago, which I was kind of upset that I didn't make it to Forbidden Door, but hey, I mean, it's still good watching it. I mean, I'm happy I didn't pay $50. I only had to pay $20 to watch the show. But like I said, overall, this was a great show. I really enjoyed it. Probably the match of the night for me was the Claudio and Zack Sabre Jr. match. I think that was match of the night. But probably, I really enjoyed the Orange Cassidy and Will Ospreay. That was a really good match also. I don't know. Those are probably my top 2 matches on this show. But like I said, everything was, good to amazing on this show. But like I said at the beginning of the video, if this is the first time ever checking out my channel, please smash that subscribe button. Also, don't forget to share this video on all social media platforms, as well as turn on that notification bell to be notified every time I make a new video. And also, like I said, go follow me on Twitter at TheTrueJSB, Instagram TheTrueJSB as well. And also go check out let me see if I can pull it up here. Go check out the Instant Classic Wrestling Podcast. You can follow us on Twitter at ICW_podcast. Instagram's the same thing, and TikTok is the same thing. So go check that out. And you can listen to us on Spotify. You can listen to us on Apple Podcast. And you can watch us on YouTube, or you can listen to us on YouTube. It doesn't matter, whichever one you want to do. We got a comment from Costume here. It says, do you see the photo of Tommy hugging Claudio? Absolutely hilarious. Oh, Tommy. I said Tommy. I can't talk right now. Tony. And I can't read, I guess. Tony hugging. I actually did see that photo. I thought it was funny, actually. I thought it was very funny. But yeah, so we had, like I said, or you can listen to us on YouTube, or you can watch us and see our beautiful faces. But like I said, that was my AEW Forbidden Door review. There we go. And I appreciate, everybody showing up tonight. Costume, you being here in the comments. Everything Pro Wrestling. Thank you for, showing me some love here tonight. And some videos got coming up this week. So I'm going to be doing probably a watch along for a retro pay-per-view here sometime this week. As well as I got my Impact Wrestling Against All Odds predictions. I got that pay-per-view predictions to do, as well as Money in the Bank predictions. We'll be talking about Money in the Bank. And then, later on, we'll be doing a Against All Odds and Money in the Bank review. Which, so we got a pretty big weekend for wrestling. And also, we got AEW Dynamite, Blood and Guts this week. So there's a lot of stuff. And I need to go check out Monday Night Raw, see Cena did on Raw tonight. So probably check out that. Maybe I might come on here. Maybe might come up and do a Monday Night Raw review if I want to. Maybe talk about some points I like from Raw. I don't know. Because I feel like it was a pretty big Raw, for the go-home show to Money in the Bank. But this was your boy Juggernaut saying, peace out. And I will talk to you guys on my next video, whenever that may be. And I appreciate everybody joining. And I will see you guys in my next video. So peace out.